Well, accomplices and accessories, you just opened the case file from the drawers of darker comics. This newest edition is stamped with a title you won't forget, a reading from the files of Lt.Ed Kernel, a detective with a mind like a scalpel and the intensity of a predator on a hunt. He solves crimes the way the rest of us breeds, instinctively and desperately. Every cracked case leaves another scar on his soul and psyche. Thank my dad for the inspiration. Some debts can never be repaid. Enough nostalgia, it's time to share the mysteries and get that heartbeat start racing again. Let's begin with the first reading from the files of Lt.Ed Kernel. The doctor paced impatiently, his eyes darting to the glowing pool of water spreading across the pristine tiles of his kitchen. He cursed underneath his breath, glancing at the clock for what felt like the 100th time. The plumber was late, and the water showed no sign of stopping. The quiet evening was suddenly interrupted by the loud ring of the doorbell. About damn time, he muttered to himself, walking to the door. He swung it open, ready to vent his frustration, only to find no one there. His brow furrowed as he scanned the empty street. The night was still, with the air heavy with unsettling silence. Who rang the damn doorbell, he angrily thought. The late morning light filtered through the blinds as I woke to find a text message on my phone, 2 hours old. It was from Ruben, or Captain as I'm supposed to call him. He wanted me in his office ASAP. I sighed and took a deep breath. After wrapping up my last case, I thought he cut me some slack. I guessed wrong. I took my sweet time replying, coffee first and always, then a shower, letting the warm water clear my head. I suited up, the weight of my snub-nosed revolver settling onto its holster. Old school. After years on the job, I need one that works. Retirement's just around the corner, and I've been lucky so far. Never had to pull the trigger. Still, every time I leave my home in the smallest corner of Henderson, it might be my last. I waved to Mrs. Lucci as I stepped out of my house. She was busy cleaning her beautiful lawn. Morning, Mrs. Lucci, I called out, heading toward my 1957 Ford Fairlane, my pride and joy. The car shined in the sunlight, a testament to years of restoration. My dad had one just like it when I was a kid, and I always dreamed of owning one. When the chance came to buy an old clunker, I grabbed it. Now, after countless hours of work, this two-tone blue and green baby is a thing of beauty. Miss Lucci gave me one of her signature smiles. She always tries to set me up with one of her friends. She said I should not waste my Irish half-Asian good looks. Adding a nice Italian girl could do wonders for me. She's too kind, I tell her. It would be unfair for any woman to be saddled with me. Being married to a cop with half of the city's problems on his back, no woman deserves that kind of life. Some things are better left alone. I slid to the driver's seat as I fired up the engine. I couldn't help but smile. I rolled into the LVPD parking close to noon. The Las Vegas sun was high and unrelenting. Walking through the familiar halls, I made my way to the captain's office. Violet, his secretary, gave me a look that was equal parts exasperation and relief. She tells me that he has been waiting for me all morning. Her tone was sharp but not unkind, very motherly. I gave her a lazy grin and told Violet to relax and I'll take care of Reuben. I pushed open the door to his office and there he was, Captain Reuben leaning towards his desk like a volcano ready to erupt. Damn it, Ed, what took you so long? Was what he yelled to me as his brow furrowed so high it looked like it might touch the top of his bald head. I held up a hand to cut him off and told him, chill, take a deep breath, and it's my day off. I asked what's so important it couldn't wait. He leaned back, his expression changed from irritation to serious. He told me, there's a few things we have to talk about, but before he could begin, he hit that intercom and told Violet to get Detective Garcia into his office ASAP. Felt a knot in my stomach. I had a feeling I knew where this was going. I told Ruben that I don't need a partner right now as I crossed my arms. He shook his head, and in a firm but kind tone, he tells me it's not a partner. Since I'm close to my retirement, she would be my replacement, and I'm going to train her. I let the word sink in. Replacement. The word felt harsh and heavy, like the weight of the job I've carried so long. I didn't like it, but I knew better than to dismiss reality. Deep down, I knew he was right. The work didn't have to stop because I'm retiring. Someone had to take my place. It's just the words strike your chest with a hollow feeling, knowing it's your time to go. The door swung open, and in walked a woman who commanded the room without saying a word. Detective Karina Garcia was a striking person, voluptuously athletic, with a confidence beyond her age. Ruben introduced her with pride like she's the second coming. This is Detective Karina Garcia, ex-Marine and a former MMA women's champ of MCRD Paris Island. Ruben added she's sharp and would learn a lot from me. Before Ruben could finish introducing me, Karina interrupted in her steady and assured voice. She said she already knew who I was. With her eyes locking into mine, she added Lt.Ed Kernel with a 99% of cases solved, and that I'm a sort of legend around here. With a faint smile, I corrected her. 100%. In a calm, firm voice, I responded that the open case is still a work in progress. Corina raised an eyebrow and nodded in respect. I studied her for a moment. She wasn't just here to learn, she's here to prove something. I already liked her. Legends are not made overnight. I'm not just going to curl up and hand her the reins. If she wants to step into my shoes, I have to make sure she can handle the weight of the job. Karina extended her arm, ready for a firm handshake, but I met her with a fist bump instead. She smirked and she said in a teasing tone, "That it confirms it. The word around the prison is that I'm a germaphobe." I shrugged. Not really true. I just avoid skin contact. I have my reasons. She tilted her head, clearly intrigued. But I'll be damned if I let her in on that secret on our first date. Before she could press further, Captain Reuben was all business and gave us an address in Summerlin. He said Major Crimes has been told to investigate the disappearance of a well-known heart doctor, a local big shot. The brass wants the best to handle this case properly. This is not going to be a simple run-of-the-mill missing person case. I can feel it in my gut. Karina was already halfway out towards the elevator. Her energy was palpable. She looks at me with intent like Kobe looking for that buzzer-beating shot. A missing influential person with money and influence. Things always gets complicated. And now with the trainee, that puts up the ante. As we walk towards the parking lot, Karina, in a more serious tone, asked me, "What's the play, Lieutenant Colonel?" Well, the tape recorder clicks off for now. If you enjoyed the first reading from the files of Lt.Ed Kernel, leave a like to prove that you have an alibi. Subscribe and share if you dare. Thank you for staying. Till next time. Peace.